So I'm going to bring you guys with me to try and bring this paperwork up. To the post office. I'm going to try and walk there and walk back because it's not very far. But I'm going to have to go slow because I don't want to startle my heart. And it's not fucking smoking in my own lifestyle choices like my brother says. It's fucking the fact that I've been being little by little poisoned in my mind so that they can get away with whatever they want to fucking do to me. I still gotta finish my breakfast quick. Probably not the healthiest thing, but I don't have no food here. You know what? I would really appreciate if someone could find charity for me. If someone could put a campaign together for me. If someone could do one thing nice for me, it might save my life. You know? Like that guy on the corner. Holding up a sign. Granted, you know, if people are on drugs and they're pushed into urban blight and they actually have a formidable plan in their mind, they might not feel like they have it in them anymore. And they just get wiped away. And I think it's sad because I think that people lost themselves in Christ. They don't know who they even are anymore. And so because they don't know who they are, they just got led into this spirit of doubt and fear. Because, let's face it, these cops don't do shit. I'm sorry, but my mission about actually helping people in these situations would do more than correctional facilities. It would do more than the police work does today. And it would give people hope who feel trapped and hopeless in a life filled with urban blight. So I'd like to go out to eat with somebody. Even though I've just been bankrupted. I'm not bankrupt. My worth isn't bankrupt. My actual thoughts and my actual reality of what I think I would be able to be doing without all of the hack and hijack and all this other bullshit for fucking 29 years. Yeah, I would be in a whole different position. Only the Lord knows. But I knew my life was being thrown off course with intent. I just couldn't figure it out. Until moving here. Well, a little bit before moving here, I actually had many, many ideas, but I had no proof. Well, all the proof I needed is that when you ask someone to hold frame for you and they don't, and then you call them out on their bullshit, and then their face is beat red. Because if someone was calling me out on my bullshit, I would admit to the bullshit, or I would fight to do the right thing to admit to the bullshit if I was on bullshit. But the fact of the matter is that you wouldn't catch me fucking around with your girl, because I wouldn't fuck around with your girl. And you wouldn't catch me fucking around with your data and your private life, because I wouldn't come and fuck around with your private life and your data. And you wouldn't fucking catch me inside your own home and breaching your own private life. And you're like to strangle off your abilities, because I just don't have that in me to do that. I don't. If people can live with themselves that way, that's on them. But me personally, I fight for my love. I fight for those I love. And so much so that I would be there for that person saying, no, dude, you're not going to think this way about me, because I'm not that way, and I'm going to fight you on it. Because that would be a situation of schizophrenia, then. That would actually be schizophrenia. If someone was really thinking that I was after them, and I'm not. But with someone really after you, and trying to minimize you and deflect and mirror mask and, you know, just that multifaceted level of betrayal and a crime against you, it's a crime against your humanity as a whole. You can't, like, I'm not bankrupt in here, but those people are bankrupt. And they're spirits, and they have to bankrupt you. They have to steal your private life. They have to get you moving in all sorts of different directions besides where you would otherwise move, or be like trying to move. I'm gonna come back to that piece of bacon. I don't think I can eat all at once, like, and especially like greasy food, because I'm just not having a good time in my heart with the arsenic of poisoning and stuff. And like what I think was put on me on my back here, on my neck, I read cyanide. If it's not cyanide, it's something real fucking similar, because that shit was just like through my body. And it's not fair to me for people just to minimize me, as far as thinking that I'm just a schizophrenic, or they want to label me as whatever. I've been reaching out for help, and it's for a real formidable reason. And anyone that doesn't want to see that, like, a movement for Christ preparedness isn't anything other than, like, worthy. I don't care what they have to say, but that's not even the only thing I want to do. I want people that are like atheists and like people that don't want to fucking even admit that there's a God to come into my movement, or to come into my social media website that I want to build, my network, you know. But I wish I mean, I could show it to you guys. It's just, I don't want to show people anything unless they're like trustworthy and they want to actually help me build this thing to make it happen. Because with that in and of itself, I mean, what would it take? Like maybe 3 months to become a millionaire at most? I mean, I'm a hard worker. If I got that thing up online and I got to be able to spend the money on GoDaddy.com for a year for the website, and got to work with trial and error and be like building the whole like funneling to the website and stuff like that, and like I think I would be able to make a movement bigger than Black Lives Matter. I mean, that movement was created by George Soros with intent. You guys are going to listen to some old fucking white guy create a fucking movement just acting like saying Black Lives Matter wasn't a movement, when the police officer and the fucking guy being supposedly eradicated. Like, I don't know what happened there. And maybe he did die. He probably did die, but if he died, then it was because he was going up against something that he wasn't supposed to do as a 33rd degree Mason, because he had the tattoo. And that's the only reason that it made the news, tell you the truth. Because my situation, for the set for 17 years or for this past 10 years or 5 years would be worth the news. Over that, fuck yourselves if you think that that deserves the news more than what I've been dealing with. And it's like, even Elon Musk came out and said that he's never seen anybody being treated as badly as Trump was. Well, maybe for a powerful figure, but as far as like regular people go, I mean, I'm on ChatGPT and I asked it to find any story that has to deal with this stuff as far as what I've been saying is happening to me. And if it does, can you let me know if there's anybody out there alive? Because I'd like to talk to them. I don't know if I'm sure there's survivors. There's survivors out there of this kind of abuse. But what I'd like to do, or what I'd like to have, is the ability to actually talk to people that have this similar thing going on. And I can't find anybody. It's all just regular targeting and targeting behavior, but they don't actually, a lot of them don't actually say what's actually going on in their life. They just say that it's the targeted individual stuff, and they're like, you know, they don't really know, they're in the point of like not knowing and stuff like that, of like a lot of things and a lot of tactics or styles that things are happening to them through the spiritual warfare. But I have lots of information. I have lots of areas of work that I'd like to be able to do yet. That's very formidable and about, you know, being authentic in love, you know, things like that. Being just working to be authentic in love. Some of us have had really hard times, just like coming to realize that we want to be better people for people around us, you know, and it takes work. You have to be willing to do the inner work and the channeling work to take yourself out of that position. Because if you're just going to stay in that position, you're going to be hurting people left and right. That's what a classic narcissist is they don't really understand that the things that they're doing are hurting somebody else. They're just doing it because it's an ego thing. It's they want their own ego to be intact, and in order to keep their ego intact, they need to be above you. And then they don't stop at littlest things when it turns malignant or malignant. Someone that has malice towards you, and then it's just maliciousness. It's just spineless. It doesn't have any. There's no charismatic person there because that person is not connected in Christ at all. And Christ is the thing that helps people understand who they themselves are, if you ask me, because Jesus Christ holds all the keys to our grave, all of our graves, regardless of where we go. Jesus is the one that holds the keys. It's it's death, you know, the Grim Reaper type of thought process with Satan and with the evils in this world. That's what takes our life. I mean, who knows? If we never ate the apple, maybe we'd be maybe everyone in the whole history and everything would just be still on the planet, and we'd have like skyscrapers and different layers of the earth or whatever. I don't know. Life would be different without this evil, though, and people know it. And there's like nothing that's like all well and good with the whole money system right now. We're being just flattened with intent. So AI can come in and take over our jobs, and it's just a big old conspiracy, right? That's all it is. It's a conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, the CIA is the one that even created the term conspiracy theory, and it was just it's like critical thinking is going up. Oh, well, it's just conspiracy theorist. All of it. Just, no, go away. And it worked. So I'm not denying the intelligence of like how the CIA works very malignant narcissistically in people's lives, but the highest security that we have in the world is to secure kids in cages. So how is that supposed to sit well with people? And then you speak out about these things and you're under attack. Oh. Okay. I need stamps. And I don't know. I don't even know if I have any. Sad. But yeah, I know for a fact that without this stuff, I would be like a fucking millionaire, multi-millionaire or something. I mean, just in the past year, without this stuff happening, I would probably be sitting at like 50, 60,000. So, whatever. Without all the attacks in my whole life, oh shit, that would be just fine. And you know what? I think our English language is screwed up, phonetically changed. Oh yeah, I'll do it, I guess. I don't fucking care. No, yeah, I do. I don't know. If it comes back to me, it comes back to me. I don't know. Yay, go me. Yeah. Please help because my friend's been hacking me since I was 17 or some shit. Yay, go me. I can't even keep my pants on. I've like added so many belt things. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I don't know if that one's there already. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've added to my belt just because I used to be a fatty. And I shouldn't say it like that. People have issues like that they can't control. It's like out of their control. And that's not on them. That's like a bone density issue. And people like to suggest that people are on crack that aren't on crack and shit like that because they got issues or whatever. Like, oh, you can't tell me that blah blah blah. Oh, you can't tell me that you have it within you to sit with the low either. Anyway, so I'm taking you with me. Oh fuck, where'd my keys just go? Yeah. I haven't gotten out of the house for a while, so I don't even know if I'm gonna live to see any help tomorrow. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really had a hard time sleeping last night, and it was really fucking hard to, like, I don't know, just deal with the emotional fucking beragement of, like, how people are willing to be with me in the first place. And then, man, I'm just scared to leave my house. I'm going to turn around the camera. Or gonna get some light on me to do I don't know how to do this. I only have so many hands. I know I'm not gonna turn it around because I need the light. It's fucking dark as shit out here. Oh, it's too far to walk. I don't want to walk. But no, I don't, it's not like I'm not trusting of like general people. It's just I'm not trusting of like all the setups that I've had that I wholeheartedly believe that they're coming from that fucking man because of how nit and tuck he was with other relationships of mine, and that I've been in a resolve, like I said in prior work. That is like, it's hard to determine when you're on, like, when you're like being arsenicked or you're being poisoned. You don't know what the fuck is going on from Adam. You just don't. Oh, I should have driven. I don't like this. I like walking. I just don't like being alone, and I don't like it. I'm cold. It's cold, and I don't know. I just don't like the way I feel in my body when it's like you're trying to do something in your life, you know. And people that are close to you don't even want you to do those things, and it's like they're not even looking at it. If they looked at it, they'd be like, "Holy crap, you did that? You put this together?" Because I mean, every time I go back to it, I'm like, dude, you really got to get out there, man. This stuff is formidable. It's like real. It's good. Okay, it's not that far. It's just, I've had to do so many things that were like, oh, you have to do this now. You can't do the original ideas that you had. You got to do this now. And by the time you get through all of it, you're like, do you have any time to work on yourself? Ever? Ever? You really don't. And so I'm looking for charity. I'm looking for charity for myself again, but I'm looking for charity because I want to build a fucking charity that actually does things, that actually helps people. And if people can't understand that with like the kinds of charity that's out here, I'm sorry, but I'd be way better than Mr. Beast. Well, I pray to God that this helps me get something happening in my life. Fuck. I don't know what else to do. I don't even feel it's right that I'm doing this. Because this isn't my worth. This is like, I'm moving still because of my restricted worth.
You know, if I was able to actually secure my rights, have rights, but I'm not allowed to have rights. I'm not allowed to have my own thought process without people wanting to constrict me or be completely ruthless with me. And it's like everywhere I go. I mean, people don't want to believe in demons, but they're definitely siding with evil in the world. And anyway, it's a scary thing to deal with when you really just, you want people to be like on your team, on your side with things, not, oh, let's just see what we can't do to extrapolate the guy and then not get anywhere with it. You know what I mean? And so it's just hard to deal with that kind of thing when you're like trying to make some movements in your life that's actually good for people. Hi. Hi. Sorry, I'm not shining the light at you. I'm just shining the light to see. That's quite the dog you got. How are you?
Huh?
How are you?
I'm just fine.
Cool. And anyway, so I've been really just trying to make a movement in my life to start a new mission in life, and really work on things for the benefit of humanity, where things are kind of being extrapolated from us in a way that you know it's not right. That people have to deal with urban blight and deal with people that are just not willing to look at what is actually happening in their life to be able to prevent or not end up in situations, you know, where like you're being extrapolated. I think this is where I live. Is it where I live? I don't know. It's so dark out. I hope I'm on the right alley. It's either this one or the next one, but yeah, okay, this is right. Okay. Oh, so that dog hates me, or it doesn't hate me. I just think that every time I go out and he's like with that dog. I mean, that dog like wants to tear me apart. Like, I don't know why, but that dog wants to tear me the fuck apart. The dog just, I don't know. I don't know what I think. I think it's I don't know. It's scary because I don't know if the guy's like wanting to sick the dog on me or not. But that dog wouldn't be nice to me if he let that dog go, so I was just scared there. Like, holy shit, this dog's gonna fucking eat me. That's another reason why I choose to try and drive. I don't know. It's not like, you know, not me, you know, the guy means well or whatever, but when you're in the situations and I don't know, it's just it'd be one more thing, you know. I was just thinking, oh god, am I walking back from the mailbox and this dog is gonna get off the leash and then I'm just gonna get eaten alive.
Oh. Oh. God. 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 Oh, God. So I guess I just feel like I really need an advocate. Because it's just so much pain. God. Such is why I want to stream my life, because if you guys got to see me like cry when I'm like having the memories flood type of thing, oh, you didn't think you'd be able to deny that. And I have a hard time recording it because like I'll have it happen. I'll be like, oh, I should be recording. Then I'll go record. I'll hit record, and the flood of memory thing is already there. And you can't really like rewind time, or like fake something like that, I guess. And it's not like I'm trying to fake anything. It's like, I guess I just want to, I would like people to see that. I would like people to see that it's just been so hard. Like, who can handle that? I mean, I have at least probably 87% of my songs or something like that are all about that, and like the rest are like or the rest are like me trying to like do the devotional stuff or the heart work stuff, but it's not coming out how I wanted it to. Not at all. So, I don't know. It's just been really hard. And the hardest part is like, well, I don't know what the hardest part is. The hardest part is dealing with the emotional and the physical pain at the same time, and being able to try and separate the two from like what like you have normal like regular health issues or whatever, but at the same time you know that something else is added onto it. It's an added layer of like you can't explain a thing because, well, if you're being poisoned in that way, and especially if it's arsenic, which I look at arsenic, I like read on arsenic and look up arsenic poisoning and look up cases where people have been killed that way, and I'm like, wow, this is exactly what I'm dealing with. And it's just daunting to me because it's like, if doctors couldn't even see it, or like, I think one of the things I said is that I just feel like I felt like I couldn't get to my own words because it feels like they're being restricted from me, like not just like metaphysically or like from the mind to the. I don't know how I said it, but I think I just said that I couldn't get to my words because it feels like I'm just so restricted inside. Like, it's not just like they were like I think they would like check my heart and do blood work and stuff like that, but as far as where I was at, it was like you just don't have you don't have ability to get your mind, what's going on in your mind, to your actual words. And so I just said I said to him that's kind of what I'm having a problem with. And I don't know, looking at my history myself, it's like arsenic written all over it. That's what I see. Just looking at my history and like the reasons I've been going in for and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a crime over you, and it's a crime that I don't think people are willing to even try and see. But anyway, I'm going to upload this one, and I'm going to continue working on whatever. I'm just hoping that people can understand that it's not okay to mirror mask their own insecurities onto somebody else based on how they've been willing to move, and then it's like future faking, faking that you have a future with the person just to deflect and minimize like everybody else does, and just wants to rather blame you for it because it's just too much. And they're like, I don't even know how I'd help this guy. But sometimes it's just like,